Hey everyone, Eric from HK Constrictors here. Today's quick video is about our Pucallpa Peruvian breeding that we've been doing this year. It's been a long time coming. Can't tell you how excited I am for potential litter here in about 4 months. So let's take a look. Our Rio Bravo Pucallpa girl. She's in the middle of a deep shed right now, her actual post-ovulation shed. So she's one of the darker ones I've seen. She's just awesome. Got her, Vin Russo, 2014, got her as a baby. I think she was about 6 weeks old when I got her. Just an awesome female. So she's now 6. I tried breeding her last year when she was 5 because I've had success with Pokegrand Suriname started at 5 years. She was bred a lot, but never swelled up, never ovulated. Didn't even grow any follicles really last year, so just tried again this year and did everything the same as I did, same cycling, and this year she was ready. So you can see temps right now underneath her is probably 90, 91, at least it was earlier. See the side of her coil. I see a lot of people say that they'll sit on the heat nonstop and never drop below 88, 89 degrees. And I've actually found that not to be true for my collection. Half the time they'll sit over here on the cool side. She's on the hot side right now, but they'll sit on the cool side. It's probably 82, 81 degrees. She was there all day yesterday, moved back over here. My Pokegrand Suriname have done the same thing and had a high percentage of fertile. The girl last year had 31 babies, 0 slugs, and she was on the cool side, I would say 60% of the time. They just, as long as you provide the heat, they know what's best. I'm trying to find a little spot down in there and cover it here. There you go, you can see it's actually 90 degrees, so underneath her coils is probably a good 90, 91 degrees. But I want to show a couple of things here. Obviously time's going to tell, but comparing her to the Suriname that I've had that have bred successfully, that have not slugged out, haven't had that experience yet, but she has the lumpy look to her. With my experience so far, means there's actually babies as they're getting bigger. So she's actually starting to get bigger since her ovulation, which is a really good sign. Obviously meaning that the babies are growing. So hopefully in 3 months I'm not eating my words, but just going off of experience right now. But she should shed probably in a couple days from now. Got a nice post-ovulation shed. It's crazy how much longer they take. It seems like 30, 50% longer shed cycle than typical when they do a post-ovulation shed. And she's obviously really dark. So we'll take a look here a couple days. I'll come back and have a look and see what she looks like after her shed. Stay tuned. There we go. Very nice. She lightened up a bit, but she is definitely thick with babies, it looks like. I fed her a rat a few days ago, half the size of her normal meal. And I typically do that every few weeks while they're gravid. And then about week 6 weeks before they're due, I stop. I don't want to risk it because they don't have much room left in their bodies when they're packed with babies. But she looks awesome right now. You can see she had a little bit of poop and pee, which makes her size even more impressive right now just after her post-ovulation shed. I'll do a video here probably in maybe a month, and we can compare the size of what she is now to see how she's progressing along. But it looks good. You can kind of see right about here in the midsection is where the swelling starts. Goes all the way down. And you can see all the way basically to the vent is where they hold their babies. So I like to make guesses. I like to count my chickens before they hatch just for the hell of it. There's nothing to do at this point than wait. So, but I would say based on how thick she is, I'd say she probably has 20 eggs in there, 20 embryos, whatever the correct terminology is. Just a matter of how many are fertilized. So as she grows, I usually can guess a little bit better each time. Of course, I'm sure I'll be wrong this time, but it's more fun to just kind of guess and see how close you can get. As they begin to swell, kind of get an idea. Kind of show you how big she is. Put my hand on her. So she's decent size, not massive. I'd say she's probably about 6 feet, maybe 6.5 feet. Pretty solid, as you can see. Not overweight by any means. I think she probably could have a little bit more weight on her. But she looks nice and square and thick through the midsection. So as she grows those babies, even though she's going to be eating small meals, we'll start to see thinning. Hard to see it right now, but you'll start to see thinning right behind her neck. About the first foot of her body will start to get real thin. And then the other thing you can see is the tail past their vent, since that's all just muscle. You'll see that thin out as well as they're depleting their muscle mass to really use that extra energy, the stored energy, to build their babies up nice and healthy. That's why, for me, I don't like to strain them too much and not feed them. It puts quite a bit of stress on them, and I've been lucky enough so far that I've never had gravid females go off food. So I'm able to basically get them to bounce back pretty quick right after giving birth. I would say within a few months, they're starting to pack muscle back on again after having babies, which is less stress on them, which means less stress on me. So she ate the last meal, like I said, a few days ago, and she just lunged at it enough to get her head on it, but her whole body didn't lunge forward, which is another good sign that she's got babies from my experience. So we will see. So right now the due date based on this shed would be right around May 11th. So I'll keep everyone posted and kind of do some updates here, video updates, probably about once a month until she gives birth, and we can see the progression in her body to see how she grows. So stay tuned for the next. Here's a quick reminder of who that female bred, or I guess the male bred her. He's got some pee. I'll clean him up. But this is the awesome 2015 Rio Bravo male. This is produced by Dominic out at Big Wheel Reptiles 5 years ago. So this male, probably one of the most unique Pucallpa Peruvians from the Rio Bravo line that I've seen. Just has a awesome look to him. Not sure if there's some sort of morph going on with this thing or what. He's just so light. Even his tail markings are light. And I have a sister as well from that same litter, and she's similar. She just has more speckling. But yeah, if we're lucky enough to have babies from this pairing here, definitely going to be some amazing stuff. Hopefully, my goal is to kind of see if I can get some offspring like Rio Bravo used to have in the past before things kind of got muddied a little bit. And we got Peruvians from all different localities. But some have documentation, some don't. So I wanted to really keep the awesome Rio Bravo line going as pure as possible. And that's why you can see most of my collection is Rio Bravo, the Surinams, then the Pucallpa Peruvians. So looking forward to May 11th. Keep your fingers crossed. Hope you guys liked the quick video. I'm going to post a link down here at the bottom so you guys can check out our website and fill out a contact form so you can be put on the email list for any future litters that we have coming up for 2021 and beyond. So I'll keep the videos coming. Please make sure you share and subscribe. Thanks, guys.